stage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David Heti, everybody!
Good evening. Good evening. It's nice to be back here at Yuk Yuk. So I was in New York for a couple of weeks performing stand-up there, not being so well received. I came to open my sets by saying, you know, everyone in New York always goes on about how difficult the city it is in which to make it. You know, and as an outsider, I'm not really able to speak to that. But what I can say is that you all do really come across like a bunch of pussies. But I'm actually one of those sort of cliche, insecure comics. You know, I can only ever bring myself to perform before those audiences that I know I'm better than. No, I mean, I know a lot of comics that come up here and try out new material, but I'm just telling a bunch of old stuff that's never really worked. Well, I guess you want jokes, you know, like my girlfriend absolutely refuses to use any form of birth control whatsoever, and it's really changed my world to know that now each time I have sex, there's a real possibility of me bringing about not only a brand new life, but also a single mother. So I know that a lot of, some women in the audience can sometimes find the jokes that I say are slightly misogynistic. But then again, your gender really isn't known for its sense of humor. No, but to be completely honest, full disclosure, all the jokes that I'm telling this evening were actually written for me by the comic coming on next. No, but I remember my girlfriend was pregnant, and she wanted to keep the kid, but I just wasn't ready to be a father. And she said, "Don't you want there to remain something behind that's a part of the two of us and a symbol of the love we have for each other?" And I said, "Of course, but I'm just not ready to be a father." And so we compromised. We went to this artisan's workshop and we crafted with our very own hands this mug out of clay. And we signed it and everything. And now that's where we keep the aborted fetus. Sadly, though, and the stresses of the time were so great, it led to our eventual breakup. And so now I only have access to the mug on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. No, but really, each of the comics you're going to see it this evening is a decent human, a good person, and so at any point throughout the night you may feel as if you've been sincerely offended. Please instead try and keep in mind that it's actually you who have no sense of humor. I remember the one evening telling one of my harder jokes about the rape and murder of this woman, and after my set, a man from the audience came up to me and said, "I think you ought to be aware of the fact that in real life, my wife was actually raped and murdered." he told me this, and I had one of those moments where things sort of stand still, and you start to see things differently. And when I finally gathered a hold of myself, I apologized to the man for being so incredibly thoughtless, and told him that from now on, you can be the one to tell the joke. I don't know, perhaps like some lighter fare, you know, Alright. I was walking down the street and I saw this kind of Ghostbusters t-shirt, and I couldn't tell whether he was anti-ghost or pro-Ghostbuster. But I remember, though, asking my mother what happens after we die, and she said, Daddy goes to jail. But I can't stand all these big, burly guys who are like, come on, admit it, Dave, you're a fag. And I'm just like, isn't it enough that you're inside of me? Although I recently joined Toronto's Gay Straight Alliance. We go around the city beating up the bisexuals. No, but for those of you who prefer, waiting for the easy dick jokes, don't worry. They're coming. And that's the end.
David Heti, everybody! Come on! Holy fuck!